Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Open Potato, and welcome to Nebuchadnezzar. That's right, this is a classic city-building style game, except it's not old, it's brand new. That's right, it was released like a couple of days ago. But it is very much in the style of traditional city builder type games, kind of like Caesar, Pharaoh, Zeus. You may have played a couple of these back in the day. Anyway, it's really interesting. It's got a couple of sort of economy simulation aspects, and it's also, of course, as I've said, an ancient world city builder. And you play as a ruler in Mesopotamia. You build monuments, you build historical cities. It's very interesting. It's currently in early access at the moment, so there are no scenarios at present. There is no sort of sandbox / free play mode that allows you to just build up a large city and manage your populace. You're kind of limited to the campaign at the moment, which is a little bit of a shame, but that will no doubt be developing as the game progresses through early access at the moment. I will say, it's in a pretty good place. It's in a pretty good place at the moment. There are a couple of things here and there that perhaps need to be tweaked. But you know, on the whole, it's looking really good, and I've played through a bunch of it, and I really like it. Anyway, folks, let's jump into the campaign and see what this game has to offer. I'm not really anticipating a traditional campaign, so to speak. I'm anticipating a little bit more of a freeing campaign. What I do know is that this game is set in the region of Mesopotamia. Which is quite exciting, around the Tigris and the Euphrates, the cradle of civilization. This is 10,000 to 8,700 BC. This is what, the Sumerians? Is this, am I like in the correct ballpark? Pre-pottery Neolithic A was a Near East culture that inhabited the so-called Fertile Crescent between 10,000 and 8,700. Cool. All right, I like that. We've got some objectives: population 300, stored goods 20, bread 20, number of houses at a given level, shack 12. Okay, all right. This is very exciting. Let's jump into it. I'm gonna play on normal. One thing that I would say about these types of games, which has sort of occurred to me over the past wee while, but understanding the pace at which the game wants you to play is quite important. So I'm gonna be seeing how the pace works, and of course it throws up the tutorial in the first instance, which I guess we'll just go through. Your group of nomads has finally found what they were seeking for so long: an area with sufficient fertile soil for a good climate, an ideal place for a permanent settlement. And you, as the leader of the group, will have the most important role. Oh, beautiful, but also a terrible decision. This is not something that you should have left up to me. All right, show me how to move windows. I understand the concept of moving windows and closing windows. Cool. Moving around, up, down, left, right. We got it. That's fine. And edge panning. Yeah, that's good too. All right, I really don't like when video games explain the very most basics of the basics. Yeah, it's a classic. It's a grid-based city builder, which I actually think is kind of freeing in a weird sense. Okay, what am I doing? Grab the middle mouse button, drag it. Got it. Okay, zoom wheel, zoom in and out. Easy peasy. Time speed. Okay, excellent. We got it. Nice. All right. Default setting is the E key. Okay. All right. So we can double down and speed up whenever we need to. All right. I really don't like the way that tutorials sometimes just overcomplicate the simplest of things. Like, I have a base level of understanding, of course, but I suppose not everyone does. All right. What am I doing? I'm changing. You can use num plus. Which one's num plus? Oh, there we go. Num plus, num minus. Yeah. Thank you, video game. Pause. Yeah, got it. Okay. Great. Let's not do this anymore. Hey, this is it. Build 4 houses in the highlighted area. Can I close this window, or maybe I'll just move it off to the side? There you go. Congratulations. There we go. It brings me back to the olden days of Mavis Beacon touch typing. Anyway, 4 houses, pretty standard stuff. All right, we've got some peeps coming in, some travelers. We've got some settlers. First settlers have arrived at your city. Take good care of them. You'll need them. Sure, but they'll also need me, right? Like, it's what's a mutually beneficial relationship? Cool. All right, try building 8 houses in the highlighted area. You got it, boss. You got it. 4 and 4. Now we need roads. Yep. Who'da thunk it that we need to get roads connected up. Good stuff. Man, I'm loving the feel of this, actually. This is really, really nice. Open the advisor tab. All right, so we got the advisor tab over here. And then we need to build a farm in the highlighted area as well. Okay, so this is our objective. We know what we were supposed to do when we came into this map, which is great. Yeah, we have some fine asses arriving in town. It's true. All right, let's get rid of objectives so that I can exit out the window there. All right, what are we after? Some mission objectives are already complete. You got it. You got it. You got it. Okay, let's build a farm. A crop farm or a bakery? A crop farm seems to be what we're after. And now we need to build the fields. Presumably we do that, yep, by clicking on the farm and selecting exactly what sort of field we want to plant. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, look, I don't want to say that I'm very experienced in the ways of city builders, but I mean, a city builder is a city builder, right? All right, why 36 fields? You'll have to look at the farm window. You can see it employs 2 farmers, and an even closer look will reveal 2 numbers in the bottom left-hand corner. What, down here? The markers? The first represents the number of fields tended by the given farmer. The second is the maximum number of fields. Okay, can we level up our farmers? Can we make our farmers more efficient farmers? All right, just something to think about. Excellent. It is still possible for your farmers are not working yet. This is caused by the fact that each crop can only be cultivated in a specific part of the year. Kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. Bread production and a bakery as well. Okay, we're on course. We're on course for a bakery. Okay. Haulers operate and transport goods between their building and other buildings or workplaces. Yeah. All right. I mean, just a logistics station, a hauler station, we can do that. That's not necessarily a problem at all. No transport will happen between 2 buildings out of range of the hauler. Okay, that's fine. Build 2 bakeries in the highlighted area to continue. You got it, boss. I am happy to do that. Let's clean up my screen a little bit so that I can at least... There we go. At least see exactly what I'm doing. All right. We won't need any warehouse to produce bread. Okay, that doesn't really make sense, but it's fine. We won't need any warehouse to produce bread since haulers can bring wheat from the farm directly to the bakery. But since we need to store the bread and wheat to complete the mission objective, we will also need to build a warehouse. Okay, I appreciate that. Build 2 warehouses. 2 warehouses seems a little bit overkill. I don't know why we couldn't just stick with 1 warehouse, but I guess what we're going to be requested to do is specify exactly what we want to store in which warehouse. Yeah, so the area that we're playing in is basically like Syria, Iraq, Iran. Maybe it sort of bleeds over a little bit into some other territory, but it's all that sort of area. It's all around that sort of, maybe a bit of Jordan, I don't know. It's all around that area anyway. I guess we'll move from place to place depending on the campaign level, but certainly for now seems pretty good. Seems like a pretty, I don't know, pretty generic bit of river behind me. I guess we'll find out in a little bit. All right, so what am I doing? Each warehouse. So we want to accept in this warehouse only bread, right? Yeah, so only bread, and then only. Done that wrong. There we go. Only wheat and only bread. Cool. All right. Sometimes warehouses are still storing goods you don't want there. To remove them, you won't need to do anything complicated. Certainly won't need to destroy the whole warehouse. We can just do this. Okay, and that'll destroy all of the wheat goods that we were storing in the warehouse. So far, so good, video game. That's excellent. You can continue building without further restrictions. Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, video game. Do we need all of this nonsense that's on the screen over here? There we go. Get rid of all that. Good stuff. All right, what's our mission objective? Let's go to the advisor screen. I mean, this is obviously pretty standard. This is the first level, so nothing funky. Yeah, I was saying earlier that I think Caesar and Pharaoh are the biggest inspirations from that sort of genre that have inspired this game. What do we got? We've got the controls over here. We've got the prestige mechanic, which I presume we're going to be introduced to on the next tutorial level. We've got some stats, some good old stats here. Very, very nice. Oh, yes, look, so where are we at the moment? This is like, I think this is like Syria, maybe Turkey, from what I can see, in Muribet, in that area. Mission objectives, that's cool, we got mission objectives, and then we also have a production chain overview, which is not going to be super utilized at the moment. It does look like Syria. Yeah, I think it is. Modern day Syria anyway. Right, well, let's speed it into 4 times speed, given that we are just waiting for bread, right? Just bread. Okay, we need wheats. We need 20 breads. Can I cap my bread? Is that possible? I totally can cap my bread. There we go. Cap it at 20 bread, and then we'll just assemble the wheat in the warehouse, and we'll be good. Cool. And also, can I turn this bakery off? Is that a thing that I can do? There we go. Turn the bakeries off. Given that I don't actually need them, I just need the extra wheat, and I need it to be stockpiled for the mission. So we might as well give that a crack. All right. 4 wheats. Let's do this. Let's boss it. We can go up to 12 times speed here. Well, we can go up to 3 times speed, and then I can artificially increase it past that point. Victory. It's an easy one. It's an easy one. Nothing crazy here. Okay. Next objective for the next area, population 900, and number of houses at the given level, poor house 16. I suspect, much like in Pharaoh, if I can recall, I played Pharaoh a long time ago. You were able to, like, upgrade the houses by fulfilling needs, and I'm assuming that it's in the same sort of vein, because, I mean, most city builders do seem to be, I mean, even city skylines, right, today, you know, you need to provide garbage collection, and that's it. Man, I miss playing some of those classic strategy games, actually. I might return to some of them, but we'll see. Okay, what's up? Houses, distribution of goods and services, info layer, statistics for goods. The only thing that I'm really curious about is the distribution of goods. Sellers distribute goods to houses. Okay, sellers follow the route specified by the player. I suspect it might be important. I suspect it might be important to find out exactly how that mechanic works in this game, because specifically providing resources to different houses varies quite substantially. Open a house window and then we'll continue. Okay, so these are what? The needs. That looks like bread and that looks like milk. Fine. Fine. The house will be promoted to the next level upon providing all of the goods. Easy. The house will continuously consume the goods. Yep, pretty standard stuff. All goods are distributed using sellers that work in markets. Okay, so that's the ticket. That is the ticket. A poor market. A poor market. Build one next to a house highlighted. Okay, there we go. Got it. Alright, work building will never do anything on its own. They have several slots which can be occupied by a specific profession. This slot then performs the designated work. Use the plus button. Okay, well, we actually did that. We actually did that last time to stop the bakery from working. So we have a bit of an understanding about how that works. Each slot requires a certain number of workers. Fine, the number of workers is displayed at the bottom left corner of the portrait. Okay, the current employment level and the number of missing workers is available in the upper right here. No, that unemployment is at 92%. Oh my goodness, I did not realize that unemployment could go as high as 92%. Hire 1 bread seller and 1 milk seller at the market to continue. Okay, thanks for that, amigo. There we go. Right, so we want seller, bread seller, seller, milk seller. It's the same person, but we've hired 40 people to do both of that. I guess this is a representation anyway. All right. A new warning has appeared, but we can ignore it for now. It's probably because we ain't got no milk or bread. But that's fine. Alright. Yeah, maybe they are twins. We got 2 sets of twins that work at the poor market. What's the chance of that? What a coinky-dink, eh? Right, now you get the opportunity to show me what you've learned on the previous mission. Oh, I hate showing my learning. That's awful. It's like when you're asked to do... It's like when you're asked to show your work in class. And teacher's like, oh, you didn't show evidence of your work there, bud. You're not getting the marks for that question. And you cry, but I got the answer right. That hardly seems fair. This isn't teaching me relatable lessons for when I get to the workplace. All I'm being taught is that I should take extra time in order to ensure extra work for the person marking this. All right, let's get some crops. We should be good to go, right? Yeah, we should be good on that front. Let's get a bakery up and running as well. Also a livestock farm. Presumably a livestock farm is going to give us milk. I've got to make that assumption because I mean that just seems rational and reasonable. Are we good? What are you waiting for? Waiting for next vegetation phase. Okay, it's because it's September. That's why we can't actually plant at this moment in time. That makes perfect sense. I'm assuming that cows need grass to graze on, but build fields or pastures. Yep, pasture. That's what I'm after. We can do 18 and then 6, and then we want to go up to 36-ish. Yeah, we can go up to 35. That's fine. All right, that's cool. Are these cows? Or are these goats? I think they're probably goats. I suspect they are probably goats. Alright, well, let's jump that into forward speed. There we go. Okay, bakery is looking good. Excellent, but how will we know that our production can cover demand? Aha! Statistics. Statistics to the rescue. Don't have a route to follow. Sellers, unlike haulers, don't work automatically. They follow the route set by the player and supply houses along the route. So this is like a bus route in City Skylines, which is gonna be, I suspect, a little bit funky. Okay, so the seller routes we can only actually set once we have okay, there. Sure. I mean that's fine, right? We can only set the routes once they've got their resources. Cool. Alrighty. What's happening? People are moving into these houses? Aha! Because they're being upgraded. I see. I see what's happening. Because of all the needs have been satisfied, we now officially have poor houses as opposed to just shacks, which is a step in the right direction, I guess. Wonderful. Okay, well, what do you want? Excellent. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. And that's all for the mission. You did great. Alright. Well, have I... People are leaving the city. Oh, that's not good. Don't leave. Just don't leave. Just don't leave. Just stay with me. Population 900. I presume that we maybe need a second bakery. I suspect that that's probably what's causing the crux of the matter. We also have no warehouses here, but, you know, again, there's not really much of a point in faffing around with this altogether too much. So just give me some more bread, give me some more milk. There we go. People are coming back. Welcome back. Shocking turn of events, I tell you. Shocking turn of events. I think I get to end. I think I get to end, but I don't think that I want to. I think I want to satisfy the requirements here. What do we need? Bread? Bread is the real problem here. All right. I see what the issue is. We have the hauler who's chilling, and then we've got the producers which are working pretty much flat out, to be honest. Pretty much flat out. Let me see if we can throw down one last bakery. All right, one last bakery. That should give us all of the bread that we need. That'll get us to 922 population. That's nice. Is every house upgraded? I think every house is upgraded, right? Every house absolutely is upgraded. Okay, let's end the mission. Cool. Next mission. Easy peasy. Okay, mission number 3. This is... Ooh, okay. This is almost certainly going to be to do with trade, which is very exciting. Very exciting indeed. Objective, population 1350, standard house of 16. Again, like, I don't really like the campaign format of city builder type games. I'm hoping that once we get done with the tutorial, things are going to just sort of widen up and give us many more opportunities to just go in and build big buildings, because I like building big buildings and monuments and stuff. It's very cool. Your people have been growing crops on the fertile soil near the river since time immemorial. However, as your population grows, this form of agriculture, not architecture, is becoming insufficient. It might be time to try a different approach to irrigation. Time to dig. Okay, this is exciting. This is very exciting, in fact. So we build that as specified by the tutorial. Cool. Build irrigation canal. Okay, all right. We got a poor market, a well, ceramic workshop, clay mine. This is exciting. Okay, I didn't realize that that irrigation was going to be a feature of this game. I like it. I like it a lot. And build a pump at the end. I presume that this is going to be a manual pump here. I've got to assume that that's the case. Or a water wheel, I guess. That's cool too. That's cool too. All right. Build 2 additional pumps in the highlighted area to continue. Is this going to merge together, or is this going to require a little bit of extra... Yeah, a little bit of extra infrastructure to make this area pop. All right, build 1 warehouse in the highlighted area. Fine, warehouse is in infrastructure. Cool, and then we link up some road network in order to make everyone happy. Ah, look at that, it makes a nice little bridge. How funky is that? How funky is that? Build at least 36 wheat fields and 36 goat pastures. Okay. Alright. 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, wow. Okay, good. And we'll do pasture. On this side as well. There we go. What do you know? I'll show you more advanced techniques for setting up your warehouses. Space is a valuable resource, perhaps even the most valuable one. So building a separate warehouse for each type of good is not often the best approach. Okay, only accept wheat and milk. Okay, fine. Happy to do that. Set the maximum for wheat and milk to 8. Okay, again, I can do that. Milk is produced at the same rate throughout the year, whilst wheat is only harvested during a few months of the year. Means we need more space to handle wheat. Kinda makes sense, I suppose. Kinda makes sense. Kinda makes sense. Open the info layer. Wait, what am I doing? Open the info layer by clicking on any good in the upper panel. Alright, gotcha. So that's wheat production. Bread production, of course, we don't have any bread production because we don't have a bakery. Milk production we'll highlight here because that's the pasture. And we open the advisor panel. Cool. All right, let's proceed to building the city. Let's proceed to building the city. What do we need to do in order to max out this city? What was it? 1,300? 1,300. All right, now that might actually be super duper easy. In fact, I suspect that it will be super duper easy, given that we already have pretty much all of our infrastructure set up. Suppose that's kind of the point. Also, I'm realizing that I'm still set on the milk overlay. Destroy that. And build more houses. I've got plenty of cash. So this is fine. First settlers have arrived. Excellent. This is good. All right. If I need money, how about starting a pyramid scheme? Oh my lordy. Wrong region, but that was That was somewhat amusing, actually. Right, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a market. Poor market. That's just a ticket. Let's do market over here. Let's set a bread seller. Why do I have to sell them bread? Can I not sell them wheat? That seems fair, right? I'll just give them... There we go. Cool. I'll sell them wheat. They can make their own bread. Why is this my responsibility to turn the bread into wheat? Can I build multiple markets on top of each other? It's a marvelous question, actually. I don't know. I don't know if I can. I will investigate the prospect after I get a couple of bakeries down. Alright, so that should be within hauling range, right? Not enough workers? Pourquoi? Pourquoi? There is a route connecting here? Is it just a straight up distance? Is it just a straight up distance to get to work? I did not consider that, I must say. So we have the wheat here ready to be turned into bread. Yeah, sorry, not bread into wheat. Bread into wheat would be, I mean, an act of incredible spiritual intervention, I would suggest. Can I maybe smash down some additional houses over here? There must be something to do with range that I'm just not considering, but I sort of presumed that would be unemployment level is 0%. Oh, hold up. Deactivate building. Deactivate building. Yeah, these buildings have been deactivated, but are we good now? Yeah, okay, so that was the problem. Our unemployment was actually completely fine. I guess people prioritize going to buildings that are close to them. Yeah, so the haulers are built as part of the farm. So the livestock farm, for example, has haulers that will be able to haul to the warehouse. It was a straight up population issue that I just really wasn't accounting for, and also the fact that people apparently like to work next to where they live. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? All right, I think that's fine. So that's going to give us a whole bunch of additional peeps. Brilliant. Let's get these people into society, and let's see, what are we after? 25 people a pop here. Let's reopen a bakery. We'll reopen a bakery. The planting of the wheated area is quite important. Also, might be worth us extending our irrigation network a little bit, given that is a concept that is present in the game. I feel like maybe we should use it. Also, unemployment is still pretty darned high. Alright, so you are a hauler. Can you... you're just... See, this is the problem. You are just out with range of... You are just out with the range of the market, which I suspect will be somewhat of a problem, actually. There is definitely wheat that is able to be moved over here, but it's just not... possible for everything else. Okay, I have a workaround here. All right, the workaround is that we just build a secondary warehouse. There's got to be some way to transport resources long distance. But this is fine for now. Yeah, I was thinking about moving the market, but I think actually I'll just move the warehouse for now. So, we want to basically see if this is within range. We want to basically see... Hold on. No. Move that column. Yeah, so we want to see if we can stop collecting milk here. Will milk now be shifted to this facility? I hope so. I feel like this warehouse is actually kind of irrelevant for our needs, but hey-ho, I guess. We've got bread coming through, which is excellent. We got bread coming through. We have no bread that's waiting over here, though. But we should. We should. We're storing bread at this warehouse. Yeah, alright. So, I guess moving the market is what we're gonna have to do if we're not gonna be able to move to this warehouse. That's actually fine. I'm completely okay with that. It's just gonna take a little bit of town reorganization, I suppose. Let's get a poor market in here. I'm pretty sure that the routes of sellers can be extended around this loop anyway, even though this takes them... This takes the sellers out with the range of the market, but that's actually completely fine, apparently, according to the game. Nope, not that one. We want this, 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 this. Fine. Okay, so that takes into account pretty much everything. We will allow bread and milk to be stored here, and sure. We'll increase the cap a little bit to 12, and we will also see if we can try and get some more bakers as well. Already, we're seeing a couple of buildings upgrade. It's kind of to be expected. Nothing too complicated. Nothing too fancy. We got some new peeps moving in. You love to see it. You love to see it. Okay, let's go speedy mode, and let's see if we can try and satisfy some of our demands. What is it that we need? It's milk that we seem to need a little bit more of. Honestly, a little bit surprised by that. Increase the cap just a smidgen more. Let's go into the milk overlay and have a little look here. Yeah, we got 6 milk. We got 6 milk just chilling. Let me add an additional hauler or 2 here. There we go. Add 2 additional haulers so we can move some of this milk out of the farm and take it to the warehouse in more numerous quantities. People are leaving the cities. Don't leave. Don't leave. We know exactly what the problems are. The problems are entirely arising from the fact that that we don't have enough food. People are coming back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the best place to live in Mesopotamia. Truly, it is the greatest. It is the greatest small city probably or something. All right, we want to maybe increase our irrigation a little bit, but to be honest, it looks a little challenging to do, given that we've already kind of zoned all of this area. I wonder if we maybe just, you know what? Give me 3 times speed, and then I can accelerate it up to 12. I mean, we've capped out at round about 1,050 population, but I actually think that we can probably push that a little bit further with just our current infrastructure. And also, tell you what we can do. What's to stop us from straight up just yoinking down a couple of extra houses, eh? Delete some of this road, delete some of that road. And, yeah, we just yoink down a couple of extra houses, which can just push us over the edge here. And connect up a little bit of dirt roads. Cool. All right, is that reaching, that's reaching pretty much everyone, with the exception of that one house there. But that one house doesn't necessarily need to be supplied with goods, as long as it's providing to the total population cap. I think this is good. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. We're close to hitting our cap. I wonder if it's possible just with this current farming infrastructure, because I could, as I say, easily extend the amount of farming infrastructure that we have, but I just really don't want to. We have 9 grain chilling in the crop farm. Yeah. Yeah, maybe if I just remove the pathways. Maybe if I remove the pathways around the city, then we can just stop people from leaving wholesale, which would be pretty cruel, but also pretty excellent. That would be very exciting, in fact. Also, what do level 2 houses need? Level 2 houses need ceramics and also water. I mean, I can give people water, and also, I could totally give people ceramics. So this is a ceramics mine, which I haven't really considered where it can go, but I guess it can go anywhere. If you're digging in the desert, apparently it can give you ceramics, or clay, I should say. Let's get a ceramics workshop, and then let's also plonk down a well. Sure. I hate I hate that, but it's okay. And we'll set up a little walk route here. Wonderful. That should be grand. The market as well. We'll need a ceramic seller. Cool. And you are currently hauling ceramics. Are you able to haul ceramics over to the warehouse? I suspect that that might be a bit of a stretch, but that's okay. Distributing. You do not have any route yet, but there we go. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at these houses! Look at these houses! That is a big old standard house. Feels a little bit of an anticlimax to level it up to level 3 and just have it called a standard house, but whatever. All right, we need 16 standard houses. I had neglected to consider that, but that's okay. All right, what is it? Ceramics. Ceramics does seem to be the crux of the problem. And to be honest, it looks like we just might need more mines anyway. Give me another producer. There we go. Another ceramics producer in the clay mine. That's cool. People are leaving the city. We don't really care about that. We can deal with that for a little while. We're gonna stick down. We're gonna stick down another clay mine over here. Yeah, we're gonna stick down another clay mine over here. He says, sure. And then we're gonna connect up the roads. Easy peasy. Good stuff. And that should supply a few extra bits. Extra producer, just to take account of the fact that we're going to have basically double the amount of clay input here. And we'll also hook up a little bit of a dirt road here to allow, there we go, allow just slightly faster transit to the market. Yeah, I mean, this is a whole landscape just filled with potential clay. This is tremendously exciting, honestly. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? All right, what are we at? We're at 14 out of 16. We have no issues. Yeah, this is just easy. This is easy. This is easy. It's easy. All right. Population 2,000. Standard houses 32. 1 temple. Very exciting. We are playing on normal difficulty, by the way, because I'm not a coward, and I think that it's entirely possible for us to just beat the game on normal. Okay. All right. King Enmerkar has a very important task for us. You are to build the city of Uruk, and in it a grand temple to the goddess Inanna. Why not on hard? Because there is no option for hard. There is only easy or normal. So I guess this is technically hard. Technically. Welcome back. This time I won't delay you too much. And some new encounters. Cool. Yes, so I believe that the whole monument interface is pretty unique. You can design, like, custom monuments in this game, I believe. So, like, custom pyramids and stuff, which is very exciting. Okay. Caravans allow us to transport goods between warehouses. Excellent. Okay, that's what we needed last mission, but we didn't get it. The second mechanic is monuments. Monuments are gigantic structures that require a huge amount of resources, but they're also a beautiful landmark for your city. I like that. I like that a lot. That's all for now. Enjoy building your city. I like that. That's pretty good. Okay, so here we have, look at all of this. We've got a bountiful area to explore. We do have a cold hard cash limit at the moment. But I don't necessarily think that that's going to be too much of a problem. Right, so here's what we do. We got an agriculture quarter down here. We're gonna start off. Let's zone some fields. In the first instance, let's zone some fields around here. I want to make sure that I'm not too restrictive with my crop farm, or indeed the livestock farm, which is going to go right over here, because, very importantly, I would like to immediately throw down some of these. Sure, 2 will probably be enough, right? Probably. Irrigation channels, probably pretty important if I'm to, yep, increase the greenery of the area. I wonder how much water is expressed down this canal thing here. It seems to be a fair chunk, to be honest. That's a little, yeah, it's a little squint, but that's okay. But I do like that a little. I do like that. So we need to make sure that we have, oh, look at that. The water's gone dry at the end here. I like that. That's a nice touch. So clearly there is like a limit. And if I was to extend my canal system any further, it would presumably buckle under all of the stresses. All right, well, that's fine. We can get a dirt road over here, connecting up. Nice little bridge setup. The way that everything sort of runs together is nice. It's actually really nice. I like the way that everything flows. 36, 35. I'm looking for a 36th tile. Excellent. That is 36 tiles, which is of course the limit of each individual farmer. Let's get our livestock farm down over here, I guess. Yeah, like right in the center. That seems totally reasonable. And then we will have like a little dirt road which runs off the center there. Nice. Okay. Good. Let's sort out the pastures. Don't think it's going to be too difficult to find 36 tiles around this farm. Nope. In fact, it's very easy to do. And all we need to do now is find some workers. I mean, this area right in the center of the map seems like a pretty appropriate place to start plonking down some houses. Yeah. We'll build a block of 10 here. We'll build a block of 10 there. Yep. And then we will throw down a market over here. Cool. We'll throw down a warehouse in between these two areas. What am I looking for? First settlers, welcome, 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 friends. I hope you enjoy your stay here. And we'll throw down the warehouse so that it's just within range of this area. 10 houses does seem like a good start number for a populace, I feel. Probably going to want to rework the way that everything interacts, but it's fine. I mean, this road's a little bit sloppy, but it's not my road. That was a default road. Let's get rid of these messages at the side of the screen. And let's set up so we can supply seller of milk, seller of breads. Excellent. I like these walk routes, actually. You know what? I wasn't convinced initially, but yeah, I've changed my mind. I actually think that I'm excited about the way that it works. Okay. So we can expand our irrigation infrastructure here if we want to. It's going to involve a little bit of faff, but that's fine for now. This is all looking fine. We got plenty of milk. We got 7% unemployment rate, which is unfortunately not enough to sustain a bakery at this moment in time. We're going to have to plonk down a few more houses, but we can do that relatively easily. And to be honest, if I just redesign this road network a little bit, then we can incorporate another 5 houses and not have to modify the walk routes. Yeah, there we go. Another 5 houses. We don't have to modify the walk route for the shops. Although, to be honest, it's no great hassle to modify the walk routes. It's actually very easy to do. Pretty happy to do it. Yeah, so I don't think that we can jump straight to step number 3, but we're gonna be able to get the well fairly easily. Same with ceramics. Additionally, the only issue is population numbers, and that's what really is probably the biggest limiting factor. Let's get something like this. Yeah, I'm gonna get 4 bakeries, but I'm actually gonna deactivate initially 2 of the bakery buildings here. Then I'm gonna redraw this atrocious, absolutely atrocious initial walk-in routes. We're gonna get that over there. Wonderful. So we should have employees in 2 of these places. We've got the warehouse, which is waiting and ready to receive the wheats. We will preemptively plonk down some water. Now, the water well doesn't necessarily have to be built. It doesn't have to be built anywhere near. It doesn't have to be built anywhere near the route that the water delivery person is going to be taking, which is grand. So let's stick the well down right about here, and we'll set up the routes around this ring. I'm sure that there is a maximum. I'm sure that there's a maximum for like max number, or for max number of checkpoints, or for max distance from the source building. But, I mean, it seems fine for now. Okay, so that's bread sorted, milk sorted, water sorted, and just leaves us ceramics. I suspect that we may have some bread production issues. I sincerely think that we might have bread production issues. But the warehouse is a good indication of if there's any issues. We can tell how much wheat we're stockpiling or how much milk we're stockpiling. It's pretty easy to fix bottlenecks here. Yeah, and as I suspected, it's almost certainly going to be the fields that are the real issue here. But actually, this is a good excuse to try and get another crop farm down. Yeah, very good excuse to get another crop farm down, and corresponding. There we go. Corresponding irrigation setup. Nice. Nice. And nice. I mean, it's not perfect. Could probably do maybe making that a smidgen closer. There we go. That's a little bit better. This is the water building. This is the well building right here. But we're not going to be able to get the poor houses upgraded to the standard houses until we supply those ceramics. And I just want everything to be upgraded to like the base level house, the poor house, as opposed to the shack. Hence why I want to get like a little bit more infrastructure properly set up on the food front. Hence why getting a few extra pastures wouldn't really go amiss here. There we go. There we go. 33, 36. Excellent. People are leaving the city. I don't care. That's okay. We can just about deal with that. Great. Good to see. I have made a terrible mistake here. I need to save space for a path. There we go. That's looking good. Let's get some more wheat. And you know what? Let's also double up on livestock. I presume that it's going to be okay to build over the river here. There we go. That's not actually terrible. It's a little bit inefficient, but it's okay. If we can maybe extend the canal around here, then that would be great. That's pretty good. Yeah, so I mean, we can either get more farms, or we can just increase the number of producers in each and every livestock farm or wheat farm. I'm not really sure what is my preference, to be honest. I mean, there might be a little bit of extra space around here, but not much. I mean, to be honest, it's probably going to be pretty difficult to produce it, to pump it up to 3 farmers. I don't necessarily think that the number of slots around the farm leaves enough space for you to consistently be able to get that, especially if we've got some irrigation infrastructure or some path already coming out of the farm. Would probably be pretty difficult to push. But that being said, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. We can absolutely do it. This is looking very good. This is looking very good. Are we able to move? Are we able to move the resources that we require to the warehouse? I think we are. I don't think that that's a problem. This warehouse obviously it's not a problem for that warehouse at all. It might just be a little bit of a problem for the crop farm that's all the way over here. Hence why getting an additional hauler will just help things go that little bit quicker. And again, we need to try and hit that little milestone of just getting everyone a loaf of bread and everyone a punnet of milk. And then we can move on to ceramics. All right. Initial thoughts? I like this game. This is exciting. This is good. Let's reopen these bakeries here. Missing resources is still a big old problem, but at least we're moving everything pretty consistently now. Everything is being moved pretty consistently. This is nice. This is very, very nice. People are leaving the city. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We will power through. There are still a couple of people. There are still a couple of people without bread, but that's okay. I think that we can move on to dealing with ceramics here. I think this is just fine. So let's plonk down a Couple of mines over here. And let's get the ceramic workshops to be slightly closer to the center of town. There we go. There are not enough people to work over here, but that's fine. Oh, look at that. Everything has been upgraded to a poorhouse, which is excellent. And now we're about to see... We are about to see... As soon as I set up the delivery route for ceramics, we're about to see every house here get probably almost instantly upgraded to a standard house. What did I say we were after? 32, I think? Yes, that's right. The Valiant Knight, Sir Amix. That's such a bad joke that it makes me weep. Makes me weep. Okay, population of 2,000, standard houses at 32. How many houses do we have at the moment? I think we have an even 20. We have an even 20, which means that we are going to need much more infrastructure to sustain more houses. Okay. Let's leave this crossover here. Let's do another 6. Don't leave. There we go. Just stop people from entering, stop people from leaving. Another 6, another 6. That takes us what, up to... I mean, takes us pretty close. Pretty close to our target. Not immediately, obviously, because we need to get the houses upgraded, but for now it's pretty good. Okay, we need to get an additional couple of stops over here. Excellent. Same with you and you. And you as well. And also the water cellar, which I almost forgot about, but it's very important. Okay. I think I played Pharaoh. I don't know how many hours I've stunk into Pharaoh, but I've definitely played a little bit of Pharaoh. Can't remember if I played any Caesar or Zeus, but I've definitely watched a good couple of hours of that game being played. So for sure, I'm familiar. Standard houses are already at 19 out of 32. Okay, let's investigate the temple infrastructure, shall we? Okay, I mean we just require a big old. It's a big old footprint here. Minimum area 48, height 3, number of parts. Okay. So this is what we build. This is a construction warehouse and we require bricks. Okay, so bricks are presumably going to be built in... Yeah, bricks are going to be built in brickworks and they also require clay. Which is interesting. Aha! Okay, so if we click this interface, we can get a little bit of an additional designing phase. Okay, cool. We're probably gonna need to get more clay extraction at some point. Let me remove this temple. Yeah, let me remove the monument. Let me give it the space that it deserves. Maybe I'll even stick it on some lush ground over here. That would be probably appropriate, right? Let's build some stone road. Some of the very best stone road around. There we go. Don't use stone road for anything. So there's two types of temples. There's temple custom design and there's template design. I mean, we gotta go for a custom, right? We gotta go for a custom. Do I necessarily need a road connected to it? Let's just plonk it down in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Minimum area is 48. Minimum area is 48. Height, 3. Okay. Build warehouse for monument construction materials. Yep, we're already... Well, we did have that down, but apparently we don't have that down anymore. Which is not a problem. It needs to be within range. We can do that. Fine. So this is the building that's gonna do what needs to be done. And then we just need a whole bunch of bricks. We just need a whole bunch of bricks. And I dare think, yeah, so bricks are at maximum capacity. And the reason that bricks are at maximum capacity is they're probably not within range of the warehouse. Kind of makes perfect sense as to why everything is not exactly working perfectly. There we go. We get a warehouse. We get a warehouse up and running. That gives us bricks. So you need a whole bunch of bricks. And I suspect that this would be a great opportunity. This would be a great opportunity to introduce the caravanserai. So we plonk that down over here, right? And we set up, presumably, what is a route. A caravan route that takes bricks And it goes from here to here, right? It's just that simple. It's just that simple. And that moves bricks into the construction warehouse and out of the regular warehouse. And I think that's what we're after, right? I think that's what we're after. We're still missing resources, though, in the... We're still missing the resources in the regular facility. In stock max. Why do you not want to do this? Why do you not want to do this? It should work with warehouses. It should be from facility to facility, right? That's the... Does it need to be set does it need to be set to uplift? Is that the issue here? Ah, there we go. Okay, so it needs to be set to donkeys. Donkeys are allowed to extract bricks. All right, gotcha. Right, let's go back to the monument interface. Hey, look at this. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. I'm designing my own freaking monument, and look at how sharp that looks as well. Okay, we obviously need way more bricks. We obviously need way more bricks. And that's what I'm gonna do immediately because I'm very excited to make more bricks. I tell you what. A tribute to Orbital Potato would be very much called for. How do I... Can I even undo? No. I don't want to get rid of the monument. I don't want to get rid of the monument video game. Build selected floor, remove floor. There we go. Remove that floor. Okay. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. Height, style, color. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This... Oh, now we're talking. Okay. Ditch that. I like this. I like this. So, presumably, the stockpile is large enough to... is large enough to endure? Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, now we're talking. Okay. Minimum area is 48. I'm going to need to make this a little bit of a thicker P. I mean, don't say I didn't warn you. But we're going to have to doubly thicken this P. Yeah, so there's like multiple stages of construction, right? So there's construction numero uno, and then we can get like stairs, which we can use to insert. Don't leave. Which we can like insert here, which is quite exciting. And there's like corner stairs as well. And then there's... Oh, look at that. That's perfect, right? So we have like an arch into the inner sanctum of the P. And then we can, I don't know, stick down some vase or something. Yeah, but we need to thicken the P first because it needs to be complex enough, right? Like, it needs to be 3 levels. It needs to be 3 levels, a minimum of 48, and at least 100 parts. So we need, I mean, bricks by the dozen, to be honest. Like, we need way more stuff. We need way more stuff. And at the moment, we're doing pretty well. I like this. This is tremendously exciting. Okay, clay mine. Don't really want to do this on fertile ground, but I will do it on fertile ground because, you know, who cares? When, you know, the construction of a temple is required to please the gods, you know, you do what you got to do. Let's add more producers to our brickworks. There we go, and a 3rd producer to the brickworks. Alrighty, that's looking real good. Only a 13% unemployment rate. I don't know if we're gonna need additional people to build the monuments, but that's something that we should be aware of. All right, so it's a pretty thick P. Can we make it any thicker? I wonder if we should make it thicker. I suspect that we should. Hold on, that's not affecting the minimum area. The minimum area is... Don't leave. The minimum area has not been affected. What? But area, presumably, is just the footprint, right? There we go. Presumably, it's just the footprint. And yet it doesn't seem to be changing. Interesting. Look, honestly, I could struggle with this all day because this is brilliant. I love this. This is very cool. I mean, do we need to like build in like a little wall sort of thing? Fill in the center? Okay, that changes the minimum area. I guess minimum area counts as like surface area on the second floor? I'm a little bit disappointed at how unlike a P this looks. Maybe we can make the second floor a P. If we can't make the first floor a P, maybe the second floor can be a P. Okay. How do I elevate? How do I elevate the floors? How do I get onto the next floor? No? Oh, I see. We can undo as well. Select floor configuration. Apply chosen style to the whole floor. Ah, I see. So yellow, yellow. Apply that to everywhere. I'm with you. Top left near the eye is undo. Top left near the eye is undo. Can I get a door over here? I feel like we need a door over here. Sure. Probably don't need a door on the rear, but that's okay. What is this? Remove decoration. No, we don't need that. There's got to be. Hold on. Let me check the manual here. Let me check the manual. Monuments. Minimum area must be fully built. Also possible to place monuments in some parts of the area. Okay. Build a warehouse, construction material. Yep, got it. Designing the monument, ABC. Oh my goodness, look at what you can build. Look at what you can build. General controls, A, switch between floors. Oh, okay, it is literally the eye. So we click, oh, it's literally around the eye. I didn't realize that was an arrow. Interesting, okay. Well, let's get the P down here. It's a P with a little bit of flair. I kind of don't like it. We need to, I'm going to rework that a little bit. This is so exciting. This is so unbelievably exciting. Okay, and then let's go up to the third floor. What a good system, actually. What a good system. Oh, I see what the issue is. Okay, so the issue is I can't double up. I can't double up the height of the P. So you can only build on like area that is, I presume, double thick. So this is gonna look like it's a very thick P. Like that's a very thick P. Okay, I take it back. It's triple thick. It's triple thickness. That's what you require. All right. Okay, so yeah, it needs to be 3 thick because it needs like 1 clearance on either side. I gotta be honest, for a first monument, I mean, I'm not displeased, but at the end of the day, it leaves a little to be desired, doesn't it? It leaves a little to be desired. It is a little, you know, I would either prefer a thicker P. Or a thinner P. But, I mean, this doesn't really look very good. Okay, like, whatever. Complete the monument. There we go. Temple of Inanna. Sure. Commence monument redevelopment. No. I don't want to do that. Not at all. Right, did we satisfy all the demands? Oh, no. Whilst we have poured resources into our monument, our city has crumbled. Oh, this is so close to real life that it must be true. Okay, disable the brickworks. In fact, you know what? I don't even need to disable the brickworks. Hold up. Because we can just cap the number of bricks here. Yeah, just cap the number of bricks at, like, I don't know, 8 or something. Yeah, and, yeah, just leave the bricks in here. You know what? Just shut down this thing. Leave the bricks in there. We'll max out at like 4 bricks, and then we're gonna turn all of our attention to ceramics. I'm gonna make a better thick monument in future. This is an introductory level monument at best. It's a beginner monument. It's makes me a little bit upset, to be honest, that we can't make double walls. But it's fine. It's fine. All right, let's go fast mode whilst we fix our ceramic issues. I suspect that honestly we might just have straight up enough resources in the system to get us over the number of standard houses that we're after. We're after 32. We're on 20. What's the issue? Milk is an issue. Milk is a bit of a reoccurring issue. I mean, could maybe look at fixing that, but probably not. Probably not. I think it's more of an issue of distribution rather than anything else. Get ceramics to everyone. Get milk to everyone. And I think we got it. 29 out of 32. Yeah, next time we build a monument, we're just gonna build a thicker base. We gotta just double down on the thickness. We gotta double down on the thickness. In fact, we gotta triple down on the thickness, as we know. Victory! Victory! Oh man, you love to see it. Okay.